Hi and welcome back. For those of you who are joining first time, my name is Hasib Thanki. I am the founder of this presentation series called Intro to Individual Life Underwriting. Today we are going to review how to sell or communicate rated cases. Being in the home office as a life insurance underwriter, we are confronted with how to sell rated cases, or sometimes unfortunately we end up declining a case and the question comes as to how to communicate. Recall my comment when we first met in the very first session of Intro to Life Underwriting, and as we all know now that life insurance is a complex contract. Life coverage is not just like auto or home coverage. It's difficult to sell. Lots of efforts have been put by our field partners, whether you work for a company where they have captive agents out in the field, or you have brokers trying to sell, and you may end up having a life app that you are underwriting. So regardless of that, we have to always remember that we are a team. Our field partners, agents, brokers, as the case may be, are out there because of huge amount of efforts, relationship, contacts, leads, workup and follow-up done by them. Finally we see the life app at our desk. They are the reason behind what we do. And they are not the interruptions. So when we get a call for more details or email for follow-up or further clarifications, we have to have that attitude, positive attitude, that we are a team. I can carry 10 pounds, you can carry 10 pounds, but together we can carry 30 pounds. That extra 10 pounds is the concept of teamwork. And we always have to have that right attitude while working with our agents, our brokers, our field partners. So that's the key. With that mindset, if we can better understand each other, then as a team, we can better serve our ultimate customers. Simple. And take a pause and see even the efforts put by you, because from the time of initial workup till the final review or the final decision, if you are approving other than applied for, if the case gets rated, and if our agent or broker cannot sell it, the whole process, the whole cycle of efforts put in by our agents, our brokers, even the life app before it reaches your desk, whoever does the data entry, the submission, case preparation, compilation, all those efforts are of no use, because if the customer says, I don't want the policy. So we need to be sensitive to that, and we want to make sure that even the last but not least, the effort on our part, that we need to synchronize throughout this cycle to make it work. So with that communication, when it comes to selling rated policies, while communicating these details to the agent or broker is very critical. So when you are for the first time, you start with email or a phone call follow-up, or as you may prefer, while communicating with the agent or broker, the first and foremost, make sure you communicate loud and clear to the field partner about any credit, any healthy credits, any table saving programs, any green flags that you notice in the file or while doing the overall profile of that customer. So let's say the customer was at table 4 or table 6. You brought him down to table 3 or table 2, as the case may be. let the agent or the broker know that you did this, you found excellent lipid profile or excellent blood pressure readings, as the case may be. So make sure you are communicating to the field partner that you did move him from table 4 to table 2. That's number one. Number two, there are times that because of the face amount or because your internal procedure requires you to refer the case for a second signature, let the field partner know that you did refer this case for a second signature. The case has been reviewed by a senior underwriter or a consultant or a chief, or as appropriate because of the complexities of the medical profile of the case, that even your in-house director, medical director has reviewed this case. So let the agent know that you have done your part, you have used all the resources that you could have, you did it already. So let him know that this is not what is the only thing you have done. Don't just communicate, say all the steps that you have taken. And along those lines comes the moment of truth. Sometimes you need to tell that because of, let's say, cancer history, you know that the case cannot be considered for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. Be assertive. Be assertive. Let the agent know that unfortunately, based on the current guidelines and your company specifics and the manuals, that there is no way, unfortunately, this insure can be considered for next 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, or as the case may be. Or there is a possibility that you can consider after 6 years or 1 year, 6 months or 1 year. If so, say so. Now there can be variety of scenarios that may lead to other than as applied for. So you are not declining, you are not postponing, but you are offering, you are approving a case but other than applied for. Agent wanted preferred, you are approving standard. Agent thought per agent report that this would be table 2 or table 4 and you are giving him table 6, table 8. Try to get into the root cause of what has caused this elevation. Could be elevated liver enzymes, could be elevated PSA, could be elevated blood sugar level, A1C. Now, there could be many reasons, as we know, that why liver enzymes could be elevated. Maybe those are just based on the overnight party, the alcohol that the insured has had, maybe over-the-counter medication, maybe new onset of some eventual disease that he may be developing. We will cover that liver function test in a separate session that is beyond the scope of this session. But try to explain to the field partner that there can be multiple reasons. If they can provide additional test, additional workup, and if they are better than what you have already seen, your doors are open. You are ready and willing to help them out. Take a pause and think about elevated blood sugar. There are statistics out there that indicates that people out there are unaware that they are diabetics. So in a way, it is good that now this customer knows that there is a likelihood of him being a diabetic. So encourage the agent or the broker to follow up with the customer, encourage him at his own expense to go and see a doctor. If after the follow-up and the workup, if there are favorable findings, your doors are open. You are here to help them out. That's the spirit, that's the message you want to convey, you want to communicate. Now I can go into variety of scenarios like on a COPD, if they can provide a better or current pulmonary function test, if we are dealing with a coronary artery disease, and if you see that if there can be a more current or recent imaging stress test done, and if so, it may help improve the rate class? If that is the case, say so. Be loud and clear. Let the field partner know that these are the options. These are the options available. You are ready and willing to help them. That's the key aspect. Because what happens is this, that you are helping your teammates as well. Let's say you are out of the office for a week or so and document all these details. So what happens if you are out of the office and if your teammates reviews this file and agent calls with additional workup that might have been done subsequent to your initial conversation with the agent? If you have well documented these details, it can help your teammates, it can help your peers, because they can take it from there and they know what was going on up to that point, what has transpired on this given file, on this given case. So it really helps. So while communicating, likewise internal communication, proper documentation in the file matters. So make sure you spend some time to do so. And you never know. Who knows? Maybe after 6 months, after 1 year, the same insurer may apply for the coverage with additional workup and the follow-up, and the case may after 1 year be assigned to you. So you are helping yourself. And sometimes we need to also think from the agent or broker standpoint, or just step into their shoes. What happens? They can have a domino effect. If they have got the PNC, auto, home, you name it, other lines of coverage with the same customer, and if customer wanted a preferred or standard or whatever expectations that customer may have about the life insurance, that it boils down to X dollar or Y amount of premium, if the customer is not happy, he may tell our agent, our field partner, that you know what, I am going to cancel all the other lines of coverage. So remember, it can have a domino effect, and our field partner may lose other lines of coverage. So we want to be sensitive to our field partners while communicating. We have to have a positive tone. We need to document properly. We need to have our doors open. We need to offer options available to them. We need to be realistic also. If you know for sure that based on the cancer history, the insured cannot be considered for next 5 years, say so. Say so. I hope I am communicating, and look at the entire profile, the surroundings of the case, and be friendly, be professional, be respectful to the agents, to the field partners, and do your best that you can to help our field partners who are out there in the field. And they are not the interruptions, they are the reasons what you see at your desk. And that is what life applications. And that's what you all do in life underwriting. Correct? So with that, let's stop here. I will be back again and we will have fun again. Take care. Bye now.